Ever had your Java application crash in production because of an unhandled null pointer exception? Understanding exception handling isn't just about passing an exam. It's about writing resilient, professional-grade code. In this video, we will cover Java exception handling practice questions and answers masterclass. Master Java exception handling with this comprehensive MCQ practice guide. In this comprehensive guide, we are diving deep into 30 expert-level Java exception handling practice questions. We will cover everything from the throwable hierarchy and custom exceptions to the intricacies of try with resources and multi-catch blocks. Before we jump into the first question, make sure to grab a pen and paper to track your score. Let's see if you can get a perfect 30 out of 30. Which of these classes is the root class for all exceptional conditions in Java? Option A, exception. Option B, error. Option C, throwable. Option D, runtime exception. The correct answer is C. The throwable class is the superclass of all errors and exceptions in the Java language. Only objects that are instances of this class, or one of its subclasses, are thrown by the Java virtual machine or can be thrown by the Java throw statement. Exception and error both extend throwable directly. Which of the following is considered an unchecked exception? Option A, IO exception. Option B, SQL exception. Option C, class not found exception. Option D, null pointer exception. The correct answer is D. In Java, unchecked exceptions are classes that extend runtime exception or error. Null pointer exception extends runtime exception, making it unchecked. The compiler does not require you to catch or declare unchecked exceptions. IO exception and SQL exception are checked exceptions because they extend exception but not runtime exception. What happens if a finally block contains a return statement while the try block also has a return statement? Option A, compile time error. Option B, the value from the try block is returned. Option C, the value from the finally block is returned. Option D, a runtime exception is thrown. The correct answer is C. The finally block always executes after try, catch, even if a return statement is present. If the finally block contains a return statement, it will override any previous return value from the try or catch blocks. This is generally considered bad practice as it hides the original intent and potential exceptions. When using a multi-catch block, e.g., catch, exception A, exception B, which rule must be followed? Option A, the exception variable, E, is implicitly final. Option B, the exceptions must have a parent-child relationship. Option C, only one exception can be caught in total. Option D, it only works for checked exceptions. The correct answer is A. In a multi-catch block, the exception parameter is implicitly final. You cannot reassign it within the catch block. Furthermore, the exceptions listed in the multi-catch cannot have a subclass-superclass relationship. They must be disjoint to avoid redundancy errors during compilation. Which interface must a class implement to be used in a try with resources statement? Option A, Java IO serializable. Option B, Java, lang, auto-closable. Option C, Java, lang, clonable. Option D, Java, util, observer. The correct answer is B. Try with resources. Introduced in Java 7. Ensures that each resource is closed at the end of the statement. A resource is an object that must be closed after the program is finished with it. To use a resource in this statement, the object's class must implement Java lang auto-closable or its sub-interface java.io closable. How do you create a custom checked exception in Java? Option A. Extend the runtime exception class. Option B. Extend the exception class. Option C. Extend the error class. Option D. Implement the throwable interface directly. The correct answer is B. To create a custom checked exception, you must extend the Java lang exception class. If you were to extend runtime exception, you would be creating an unchecked exception. Checked exceptions must be either caught or declared in the throws clause of a method. Which keyword is used in a method signature to indicate that the method might throw certain exceptions? Option A, throw. Option B, throws. Option C, throwing. Option D, exception. The correct answer is B. The throws keyword is used in a method signature to list the checked exceptions that the method might throw. It informs the caller of the method that they must handle these exceptions. In contrast, throw is used inside the method body to actually trigger an exception. Which of the following is an example of a Java error, not an exception? Option A. Arithmetic exception. Option B. Stack overflow error. Option C. Number format exception. Option D. Array index out of bounds exception. The correct answer is B. Stack overflow error is a subclass of error. In Java, errors represent serious problems that a reasonable application should not try to catch, such as JVM failures or resource exhaustion. The other options are all subclasses of runtime exception. If multiple catch blocks are present, which one will execute if an exception occurs? Option A. All matching catch blocks. Option B. The last matching catch block. Option C. The first matching catch block. Option D. Only the block for exception class. The correct answer is C. Java executes the first catch block that matches the thrown exception type. Therefore, you must order catch blocks from most specific subclass to most general superclass. If you put catch exception E first, it will catch everything, and subsequent specialized catch blocks will cause a compilation error. What happens if a checked exception is thrown in a method but not handled by a try-catch block and not declared with throws? Option A. The JVM ignores it. Option B. A runtime crash occurs. Option C. A compilation error occurs. Option D. The exception is automatically wrapped in a runtime exception. The correct answer is C. Java enforces the catch or specify requirement for checked exceptions. If a method contains code that throws a checked exception, the method must either handle the exception with a try-catch block or specify that it can throw the exception using the throws keyword. Failure to do either results in a compile time error. Under which circumstance will the finally block not execute? Option A. When an exception is caught in the catch block. Option B. When system exit 0 is called in the try block. Option C. When a return statement is executed in the catch block. Option D. When no exception occurs in the try block. The correct answer is B. The finally block is designed to execute no matter what happens in the try-catch blocks. However, if the JVM is terminated during the execution of the try or catch block, e.g., calling system exit, or if the thread is killed, the finally block will not execute. Executing int x equals 10/0 will result in which exception? Option A. Null pointer exception. Option B. Arithmetic exception. Option C. Illegal argument exception. Option D. Number format exception. The correct answer is B. In Java, dividing an integer by 0 is an invalid operation that triggers an arithmetic exception at runtime. This is an unchecked exception. Runtime exception. Which method of the throwable class is used to associate a cause with an exception? Option A. Set cause. Option B. Add exception. Option C. Init cause. Option D. Link cause. The correct answer is C. Chained exceptions allow you to relate one exception to another. The init cause method of throwable is used to initialize the cause of the exception. This is useful when you catch one exception and throw another but want to preserve the history of what actually failed. Which of these is the superclass of null pointer exception? Option A. Runtime exception. Option B. Exception. Option C. Throwable. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. Null pointer exception is a subclass of runtime exception, which in turn is a subclass of exception, which is a subclass of throwable. Therefore, all of the listed classes are superclasses, direct or indirect, of null pointer exception. In a try with resources statement with multiple resources, in what order are the resources closed? Option A. The order they were declared. Option B. The reverse order of their declaration. Option C. Simultaneously. Option D. Random order. The correct answer is B. In a try with resources statement, resources are closed in the opposite order from which they were initialized. This is crucial because resources declared later often depend on resources declared earlier. E.g., a buffered writer wrapping a file writer. Which statement is true about checked exceptions? Option A. They occur only at compile time. Option B. They must be handled or declared. Option C. They extend the error class. Option D. They are ignored by the compiler. The correct answer is B. Checked exceptions represent conditions that a well-written application should anticipate and recover from, because they are checked at compile time. The Java compiler forces the developer to provide a handler, try-catch, or specify the exception, throws. Is it possible to have a try block without a catch block? Option A. No. Catch is mandatory. Option B. Yes, but only if there is a finally block. Option C. Yes, even without a finally block. Option D. No, unless it is a main method. The correct answer is B. A try block must be followed by either a catch block or a finally block. or both. A try finally structure is perfectly valid and is often used for cleanup when you don't want to handle the exception at that specific level. If a parent class method throws an IO exception, what can the overriding subclass method throw? Option A, any checked exception. Option B, exception, the superclass. Option C, file not found exception, a subclass of IO exception. Option D, SQL exception. The correct answer is C. When overriding a method, the subclass method cannot throw broader checked exceptions than the parent method. It can throw the same exception, a subclass of that exception, like file not found exception, or no exception at all. It can also throw any unchecked exceptions. Which operation is most likely to throw a number format exception? Option A, dividing by 0. Option B, accessing an array index of -1. Option C, parsing the string ABC as an integer. Option D, calling a method on a null object. The correct answer is C. Number format exception is thrown when an application attempts to convert a string into a numeric type, but the string does not have the appropriate format. For example, integer, parse int, ABC, will throw this exception. Which keyword is used to perform defensive checks that can be enabled or disabled at runtime? Option A, try. Option B, assert. Option C, check. Option D, verify. The correct answer is B. The assert keyword allows developers to test assumptions about the program. Assertions can be enabled or disabled when the JVM is started using the AA or DA flags. If an assertion fails, an assertion error, a subclass of error, is thrown. When does a class cast exception occur? Option A, when a class is not found by the class loader. Option B, when you try to cast an object to a subclass of which it is not an instance. Option C, when a method is called on a null reference. Option D, when an array is initialized with the wrong size. The correct answer is B. Class cast exception is a runtime exception thrown to indicate that the code has attempted to cast an object to a subclass of which it is not an instance. For example, casting an object that is actually a string into an integer. Which method of the throwable class returns the detailed message string of the exception? Option A, getMessage. Option B, toString. Option C, print stack trace. Option D, show error. The correct answer is A. The getMessage method returns the detailed message string that was provided when the exception was created. Usually via the constructor. toString returns a short description including the class name and the message. If an exception is thrown in the try block and caught in the catch block, does the code after the try-catch block execute? Option A, no. The program terminates. Option B, yes. If the catch block completes normally. Option C, only if there is no finally block. Option D, only if the exception is an error. The correct answer is B. Once an exception is caught in the catch block and optional finally block finishes executing, the program continues with the next line of code following the try-catch structure. Provided the catch block itself doesn't throw a new exception or exit the JVM, What is the primary benefit of the multi-catch block? Option A. It makes the code run faster. Option B. It reduces code duplication when handling multiple exceptions similarly. Option C. It allows catching errors and exceptions together. Option D. It automatically logs the exception. The correct answer is B. Before Java 7, if you had multiple exceptions to handle the same way, you had to write separate catch blocks with duplicate code. Multi-catch allows you to catch several types of exceptions in a single block, keeping the code dry, don't repeat yourself, and cleaner. Which of these is not a keyword in Java exception handling? Option A, try. Option B, finally. Option C, thrown. Option D, catch. The correct answer is C. The keywords are try, catch, finally, throw, and throws. Thrown is not a keyword in Java. Which of these is a direct subclass of runtime exception? Option A, IO exception. Option B, illegal argument exception. Option C, timeout exception. Option D, SQL exception. The correct answer is B. Illegal argument exception is a subclass of runtime exception. It is thrown to indicate that a method has been passed an illegal or inappropriate argument. IO exception and SQL exception are checked exceptions. Which error is thrown when the JVM runs out of memory? Option A, memory full exception. Option B, out of memory error. Option C, stack overflow error. Option D, virtual machine error. The correct answer is B. Out-of-memory error is thrown when the Java virtual machine cannot allocate an object because it is out of memory, and no more memory could be made available by the garbage collector. Can you throw an exception object manually using the throw keyword? Option A, yes, for any object. Option B, yes, but only for objects of type throwable. Option C, no, only the JVM can throw exceptions. Option D, yes, but only in the main method. The correct answer is B. The throw keyword is used to explicitly throw an exception. You can throw any object that is an instance of the throwable class or its subclasses. What happens if an exception occurs in the finally block? Option A, it is ignored. Option B, it suppresses any exception thrown in the try block. Option C, the program reverts to the try block. Option D, the compiler prevents this. The correct answer is B. If an exception is thrown in the finally block, it will propagate up the call stack. If there was already an exception thrown in the try block that hadn't been caught yet, the new exception from the finally block will suppress, replace the original one. Which of the following classes does not extend runtime exception? Option A, array store exception. Option B, class cast exception. Option C, illegal state exception. Option D, class not found exception. The correct answer is D. Class not found exception is a checked exception. It extends Java. Lang, reflective operation exception, which extends Java. Lang, exception. The other three, array store exception, class cast exception, and illegal state exception, Are all unchecked exceptions extending runtime exception? That wraps up our 30-question deep dive into Java exception handling. How many did you get right? Let us know your score in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Java certification prep content. For the complete practice exam suite and professional certification prep, check out the full course link in the description below.